Hi, I'm William Shekel from the Chambers Rescue Channel, and today I want to talk to you about what is inarguably the best and most often overlooked vintage stove. Every vintage stove fan has their favorite brand, and it should be no surprise to any of you that up until today, I would have said that mine was the Chambers. But I've been doing some extensive test cooking and clearly test eating, and I have to say I've found something that outperforms my Chambers Model C every time. The Easy Bake. I'm working today with the 1973 model, but this stove was originally released in 1963, and they have never updated the internal workings. All they've ever done over 60 years is change the cosmetics, the dial, the color, but the actual oven performs just the same as it did when it was first released, and the results you get speak for themselves. Now, just to show you why they have never needed to update this stove, I pulled a burner out of a different one of these ovens. This sleek, elegant design, timeless, it functions so perfectly. And again, you can taste the difference that you get out of a burner like this than you do from any other stove. Now, like any stove without a thermostat, it does require a little bit of a learning curve to figure out how to get your recipes to turn out just the way you want them. But they thought about that, and they released the stove with their own cookbook. Just like Chambers and the Idle Hour, this has recipes that'll teach you how to use it so that you can get the results that you want every time. Experiment, play with it. Now, let me just show you a couple of the recipes that I like. I'll put the recipes themselves and the instructions down in the description below, but these are absolutely essential for getting the maximum flavor out of your Easy Bake. Now, if we want to, say, make some bread to get our meal started off right, they include a mixing bowl. You can just take some flour, some water, some yeast, a little salt, mix it up in the bowl, pour it right into the pans that they send with it, and push it right in. Now, I like to keep mine going for about 15 minutes. So we're gonna set our timers for 15 minutes, and when the bell goes off, we're gonna see what kind of bread we get out of our stove. Okay, the timer just went off, so let's take a look at our bread. Look at that. The crust on this is really the kind you only get out of something that was designed to treat your food with care, that has maximum temperature efficiency. That is absolutely perfect. Now, bread is obviously only half the story. We want to have dessert at the end of our meal too, and the Easy Bake is a great performer for that as well. For that, we're going to take a little chocolate, add it to our flour, our water, some baking powder we'll add in, mix it all in their bowl, pour it right into their pan, and just like you would on a Thermowell, I strongly advise using the accessories that were actually made to go in this. Push it right in, and now we're gonna set our timers once again. And this time I'm gonna let it go a little longer because we really wanna get our chocolate cake to be just right. So we're gonna set this for 30 minutes, and when the bell goes off, we'll check to see what our Easy Bake dessert looks like. Timer went off. Let's take a look at what we got out of the Easy Bake this time. Unbelievable. I tell you, this oven is an absolute miracle. With almost no effort, it can outperform any other vintage stove you have. But don't worry, you don't have to get rid of your old vintage stove. This will fit neatly right on top of it. So you can use that Chambers or that O'Keefe & Merritt as a decoration and focus on absolutely the best you're going to get in the world of vintage stoves. Thanks, and I'll see you again on the Chambers Rescue Channel.